All right, the Carolina Panthers, great receiving core, trying to upgrade at the quarterback position. We talked about that earlier in the program. David Tepper, the owner of the team, is obsessed with getting a franchise quarterback. They tried Matthew Stafford. They're trying Deshaun Watson. They're going to move on to somebody else if they can't get Deshaun Watson. And they're going to keep trying and trying and trying, Chris, until they have a franchise guy throwing to those receivers. Quarterback aside, rank the Panthers' offensive weapons right now. Top third, middle third, or bottom third of the league?
Top third. I don't even have to hesitate with that. I really don't. Now, Curtis Samuel, he's a free agent, right? That will be interesting, and I think that's one guy I look at to go, all right, what happens there? What kind of money is he going to command on, the open market? They do have DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson. They got to think about paying DJ Moore here probably at some point, too. DJ Moore has quietly become one of the best receivers in football that really nobody knows about. And, of course, Robbie Anderson, got away from the Jets, and everybody saw his talent that he can offer to a football team last year, too. So when they have Curtis Samuel, I definitely think top third in football. In fact, I would go top 5 in football probably when you really lay it out. That's why the Deshaun Watson thing I think is very intriguing there. Did they sign Curtis Samuel, re-sign him? I don't know. That's all going to be like the salary cap we talked about and all of that. But offensively, skill position, man, I would want to play quarterback there if I was still playing.
Hey, they're clearing that cap space for one reason, to try to go after Deshaun Watson, but the other reason is it does create the opportunity to keep Curtis Samuel, and that becomes more important if one of the other two receivers ends up somehow, some way in the trade package to Houston, if the Panthers are able to work that out. 1 year in for Matt Rhule as the head coach of the team after he turned around Temple, turned around Baylor in the process of trying to turn around the Panthers. Where would you rank him as an offensive game planner with those same parameters? Top, middle, bottom third?
I would I'd go top third. I really would. I was very impressed with how that team was coached all year. And, Matt Rhule, of course, we know it's Joe Brady, right? He's the offensive game planner. But everything I know about Matt Rhule is, he's got a little bit of that Bill Parcells part about him. He's not sitting there going like, okay, this is the game plan this week. He's going, wait, we need to do this week. Hey, Joe, we can really take advantage of this. Hey, Joe, we got issues here. How are we going to protect against that? I think that's where he is great. He's got a great overall feel for the game, talent level, communication. I'm a big fan of what I saw from Matt Rhule in year one. I really am. So I look at that offense, too. They can do it all. We saw them be very, different approaches, definitely, but certainly found ways to make explosive plays and make things happen on the offensive side of the ball week after week. Their big thing to me is just on the offensive side of the ball is the O-line. That's really, when you just look at it, that's the one area that they got to figure out. They got a guy in Taylor Moton who played right tackle for them, who is a really good football player, okay? But he's a free agent. They got to make sure they keep him. They got Russell Okung, who they traded for the Chargers at left tackle. Are they going to keep him? They did draft a first-round tackle 2 years ago, Andre Dillard. Greg Little, excuse me. I'm getting my first-round from Ole Miss, who didn't start last year, didn't play. So that's, to me, when I just look at the Carolina offense, they got to figure that out right there. Just as far as their offensive line, their tackle position, how are they going to orchestrate that going into this 2021 season? But that's really the only issue I look at on the offensive side of the ball, at least.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.